Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us today here at FFG Live. We're sadly one person down, but I'm still super excited to be here with Tony Fanchi. Obviously, you've all met Tony, but Tony has moved over and has been working on this for, remind me how long again?
About a year, a little over a year.
Over to Champions. So yeah, super excited to have you here. As always, I'm Josh. We're Ghost Caleb. We didn't even pull in like a monitor with Caleb's face on it this time, but that's all right. We'll be okay without him. So, yeah, as you probably saw from the little thumbnail in our intro, we are going to be playing some MojoMania today. Very excited about it. And I
just remembered, I don't think we have Longshot in here. We should definitely put him in. So do you have the rest of the cards for MojoMania over here?
Yeah, they're all in here.
They're all in here?
Yep.
Okay.
So yeah, we are playing some MojoMania. Yes. Sorry about that little distraction. And because this is new, we wanted to play with something else we haven't done on stream. So Tony, you are going to be playing
Storm.
So very excited to see how Storm plays. And I'm going to be playing this, I don't know, short, angry guy who just yells all the time. And
yeah, nobody's heard of this person. He's a pretty obscure character.
Yeah, what's his Logan? Logan?
He's like a hedgehog or something.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
It's a hedgehog, yeah.
So obviously I'm playing Wolverine. Very excited about it. Taking a bunch of damage to do a bunch of stuff, and very, very Wolverine, very Logan-esque. Mm-hmm. So I'm very looking forward to this and playing. We do have something we're going to announce at the end of the stream. Something I think is very, very fun and exciting. And yeah, I guess before we get to that point, let's just jump right into this. So we've got everything set up, but Tony's going to do a quick introduction of the scenario and what is going on and what we need to do to try to win.
Yeah, so we're going to be taking on Magog today. He's the first scenario you play out of the box if you're doing the mini campaign included in the rulebook. So our characters, Storm and Wolverine, were just at home chilling when suddenly they find themselves teleported into the middle of this crazy alien arena with all these screens with alien faces watching them, and this mad yellow guy cackling about how Magog, his champion, is now going to crush us into paste. So we find ourselves in gladiatorial combat against Magog. So we have two cards here in the middle, two environments, the challengers and the champions. Unlike a standard scenario, this one is a race. Magog is racing against us to get the crowd on our side. So we're going to be getting tokens on the challengers if we can get 10 per player, so 20 total in this game. Before Magog can get 10 per player on the champion, we will win. But if he gets 20 on the champion first, we will lose. So the way that we're going to get our tokens is primarily through defeating Magog. So every time he gets down to 0 hit points, we're going to get 3 per player tokens on the challengers, and then he gets his full hit points back, and we have to do it again. There are cards in the encounter deck, however, that will give us more opportunities for earning ratings counters. Magog, on the other hand, he's going to get a ratings counter every time he attacks and damages somebody. So whether that's one of us or one of our allies, he gets the crowd on his side basically by beating us to a pulp. So we're heavily incentivized into blocking, which neither of our characters are particularly geared towards, so this might be a race to see who can deal out the most damage first.
Wonderful.
We are also starting with, so at on social media, you all voted for which genre of scenario cards you wanted to play with, and you chose horror. So we have the horror modular set in here, and we are going to,
while you're talking about it,
we're going to tweak the setup a little bit here. So normally we would just throw this environment into the encounter deck, but because we're trying to show off how these genre setting cards work, we're going to start with this one in play. And so each of these gives both the villain and the players some little bit of benefit. So the villain's benefit with the Mojo files is that every minion gains quick strike. So we're in a horror genre. Everyone is a surprise murderer coming out of there.
Every time.
But our allies are going to take less consequential damage every time they attack a minion because, you know, we are the heroes and we can fight through the pain.
Right.
So we're going to have that going on as well.
Nice. So we didn't show the challenger or champion cards.
Yep.
We should show the challengers cards. So we'll do another close-up really quick here, just to give people an idea what's going on. And
so both of these cards have a threshold. Once you get to the halfway point, you flip it over, and it's going to give a little bit of benefit to the other side. So whoever's fallen behind gets a little bit of a comeback when these things flip over.
got it. So I didn't want to correct you, but when you kept saying 20 per player, and I was, or 20 total, 10 per player, I looked down and I saw 5, and I was just like, Tony knows what he's doing.
Yep,
I'm not gonna call him out.
Yep. Yeah, so once we get to the midway point, these are flipping and they'll have their effects.
Nice.
All right, I think we're ready to go.
All right, let's do it.
I've got the first player token here. So as Storm, I've chosen the Thunderstorm as my starting support,
Sweet.
my starting weather support. The reason I did that is it gives us a +1 attack, ATK coming off of the start, so it might get me a little bit of bonus attack when I come out swinging. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to flip to hero mode to do some card plays. So the first thing I will play is the X-Jet, which is a support resource generator. It lets any hero who is in X-Men form gain a resource. I'm going to be selfish and I'm going to use it this turn.
Of course.
Because I'm going to be playing Uncanny X-Men as well, getting my board set up here. So that's a new team-traded support that says that all of my X-Men allies get an additional hit point, and while all my allies are X-Men, their cost is reduced by 1. So I have used the X-Jet to help pay for that.
Awesome.
And I'm set up pretty well. So I will use my hero to attack for 2, +1 from Thunderstorm, and we'll deal 3 damage here to Magog, bringing him down to 17.
All right.
So I think that is it for me. I can switch my support, but that's an action. I can do it at any point during either of our turns, so I think I'll let you get the +1 ATK before I switch out of this one.
I very much appreciate that.
Yeah.
I'm very excited for this because I'm going to go very Wolverine. I am going to actually I should talk about Logan first. So Logan starts with Wolverine's claws in play, which are pretty cool. So we'll get a close up on that one, and that allows me to take damage to play my attack cards, which is pretty
For free.
sweet. Yeah.
Yes.
So I play the cards for free. I take as much damage as they would have originally cost. So that's pretty sweet. I'm not gonna lie. So to use my claws, though, I'm not going to be in Logan form, of course. So I'm going to switch over to Wolverine. And this entire stream, I'm going to have a song playing in my head, just so everybody's aware. I know we've talked about this before, but it has been going this whole time. And I'm going to start with a Berserker Barrage, which we talked about earlier, and I just hear Berserker Barrage every time I've looked at that card, because I'm fairly certain that it's from something. So I am going to pay for 1 of those 2 with Aggressive Energy, because what that will do is give me an additional damage when I attack with Berserker Barrage. And let's see, what else do I want to get rid of? I want to keep that. I want to keep that. That seems good too for defending. So I'll get rid of Out of My Way as well. So those are gone. So I get Berserker Barrage. So I deal 4 damage to an enemy, +1 because of my aggressive energy. So there's 5.
5, bringing Magog down to 12.
And because I'm going absolutely berserk, I'm going to take 2 damage on Wolverine to repeat the ability. So the 4 damage, again with the aggressive energy boost, so another 5 coming in from me. So that felt good when you did your little 3 damage.
Down to 7
wait.
already.
Yeah, and my attack is +1 still.
Yep.
So I
Can you
think...
pass me Berserker Barrage real quick?
Yeah.
I just want to verify something.
You gotta say it
Oh,
right, though.
so you have to defeat the enemy in order to repeat the ability.
No,
Yep.
I didn't read the whole thing.
Yep.
Ah.
All right, so we'll give Magog back his
sad day. I was super excited about my
five.
early combo.
Yep.
And I shouldn't have given you the card to let you read it. Let everybody just know that I'm wrong all the time. Okay, well that changes things. I don't want to do that yet. Okay. So this is what I'll do. I'm going to just attack then. But I'm going to use Mean Swing as an interrupt. I exhaust a weapon upgrade, and my hero gets +3, so that puts me at 6 with my
not too shabby.
with my 2 +3 +1 for the storm.
Bringing Magog down to 6.
So down to 6, not quite as far as I was hoping, but thank you for teaching me how to read, Tony. I appreciate it.
It's good.
All right, and that's gonna be it for me. I think I want these. Yeah.
All right, before we end up the phase, I'm gonna switch to a different weather support. I think, given that we want to try to prevent Magog from damaging us, I'm gonna switch to Blizzard. If you want to throw that up on screen, so that's gonna give every character -1 ATK.
Okay.
And I would be able to trigger the special, but given there are no minions in play, it's not going to have any effect. So we'll just set that up for a nice defensive turn here.
Sounds good to me.
All right, so we'll ready our cards up and draw up to our hand size. 5. And we'll go to the villain phase. So this main scheme is quite aggressive. It goes up by 2 per player, so we're going to get 4 more threat on the main scheme.
It's fine. Everything's
bringing it to 6 out of 12. And now Magog's going to activate against us. So he's coming at me first. I have no allies to defend. I could defend at 1, but that seems like a waste. He is only attacking at 1, so if the boost is a 0, I'd avoid a ratings counter, but I think that's pretty unlikely. So I'm just going to take the attack undefended. So we have 2 boost icons here, bringing him to a total of 3, dealing me 3 damage.
And getting 3.
And he gets 1 counter on the champion. So
it's not
no
one
matter
per
how
damage.
however much damage doesn't matter, as long as he deals 1 or more, it's 1 token.
Okay.
All right, now he's coming at you, so he's again attacking only at 1 plus a boost card. Would you like to defend, or are you going to take it undefended? Take it on the chin.
I'm Wolverine.
Yeah,
Right.
you got no hit points lost, so you might as well. So he's going to swing for 2, which will get him a token on the champion, but you'll just be able to heal that 2 when we start the player phase.
Yeah, I will.
Now we're dealing some encounter cards, and I have a Surge of Aggression. This is an attachment that goes on Magog. Gives him +1 scheme and +1 attack. And the only way to remove it is by defeating him, reducing him to 0 hit points.
So we can do that this round.
Yes.
Fairly certain.
And when we do so, it's going to give us an additional 1 per player ratings counters for defeating him.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I love that.
So he's tougher, but he's worth more.
But not for long.
More crowd support for us. All right, your encounter
All
card.
right. Okay, Bandolier of Stakes. Great. Sounds good.
Ooh, that's a fun one. So that's
So
gonna
spend a
surge.
resource of any type to attach this card to my identity. Otherwise, discard the card. Okay.
So the Bandolier is actually a beneficial thing.
It is.
It's going to have 3 uses on it, and every time you attack, you can remove a use from it in order to give yourself +1 attack and piercing.
Oh my gosh. So I just lose a resource?
Just spend a resource. That's all you got to do. It does surge, however, so you'll get an additional
I'll get
card.
something else, but still, that sounds decent. We'll get rid of that one. I haven't gotten rid of one of those yet. So now I've got my Bandolier.
All right, so that's got 3 of those on it.
There you go. All right, break a leg. If I do, it'll just heal. You are stunned. Take 2 damage. 4 damage instead if there are more rating counters on the challengers than the champion.
There are not,
There
so
are
just
not.
2.
Place any number of ratings counters on the champion to reduce this damage by 1 for each counter place. So,
yeah, that's a pretty steep cost and is really only there if you're about to die
Right.
from this. So I think we'd rather just, given that you can heal so easily, just take the damage.
yep.
All right, not too bad overall. We haven't seen any of our monster enemies. So first player token over to you, sir.
All right, and at the beginning of the player phase, I heal 2 damage because Logan, Wolverine.
All right,
Logan,
so we're currently all at -1 ATK. At any point, I can use my weather control ability to swap that out for something else. Interestingly, I could swap it out for Clear Skies, which would give everybody Stalwart, which would make your stun fall off.
I love that idea. And you
All
can
right.
do that once per...
I can do that once
Player
per
phase.
player phase, yep.
Yeah, I mean, if you wouldn't mind.
Yeah,
I would
so
love
I will
to
call
just
for
take
an
this guy
action.
out. Sweet.
I will resolve my weather control ability, putting Clear Skies out. Each character gets Stalwart. Any stuns or confuses fall off, and I resolve the special on there, which is drawing a card.
Sweet. That's good for everyone then. Alrighty. So I don't need to do that yet. What's my order here? He doesn't have guard or patrol, does he? No, he's a brute. All right, so this is what I think I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take 2 damage using my claws. So I'm gonna exhaust those. Take 2 to use get out of my, or just out of my way for 3 damage to an enemy.
All right.
So he's down to,
Down to 3.
3. All right.
So if you want to swing in with your bandolier, that would be enough to defeat him.
It would be. Before I do that, though, which one of these is better? Ooh, I'll get rid of Warrior's Skill for regenerative healing to heal back up to 10. So I just like taking damage just to heal it all the way. That's just fun. And then, yeah, we will attack. We'll spend one of those. Thank you. And do 3 more.
Final 3, all right.
Get rid of that.
So he's down to 0. So we do his Forced Interrupts, which is gonna put him back to 10 per player, and we get 3 per player ratings counters on the challengers. So we're now in the lead.
And after his hit points are reset, we get the extra 1.
An extra 1, all right.
Per player.
2 more. That brings us up to 8.
Right.
2 more, and we will flip to the other side of the challengers.
Okay, this is feeling good so far.
You got anything else?
I mean, no, I don't have the resources for it.
Okay. I do have an X-Jet over here if 1 resource would help.
I mean, no, I can't. I'm holding on to that one for the right moment to get the bonus from it. Right?
Okay.
He has a lot of kill a thing, get a bonus thing, right?
Yep.
So,
All right. So I have a choice. I can either do some more building here, or I can get an ally out.
and I'm going to apologize. I am being my best Wolverine and just being super selfish. Like, I'm not being a
That
team
is
player at
fine.
all right
That
now.
is totally fine. All right. Yeah, let's get Mirage out there. So before I do that, though, I'm going to play Weather Goddess, which lets me swap my weather support
Nice.
and resolve the special on the new one. So let's see. Do we want to go back to the -1 ATK again?
I mean, if you're not going to be... really working with it too. I mean, might as well.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean,
I don't know what all of your weather effects do, but that one feels good.
So whatever I change to here is gonna be what's in place for the villain phase.
Right.
I don't think I want to give him retaliate unless I want to hit him before I change. No, let's go back into Blizzard. Okay. So again, there's no minions out there, so the special doesn't help. So we're getting another 4 on the main. All right, so I will, let's see, which of these do I want to spend? I think I'll hold on to that one. Okay. Oh, actually, I can hold on to 2 of these. I'll hold on to both of those. All right, so I will use the X-Jet and 2 resources to play Mirage. So she has a response after she enters play. Choose an enemy whose scheme is less than Mirage's thwart and stun that enemy. So sweet. Magog's a 1, so we're going to stun him. That's why I needed to get rid of that stalwart on everybody.
Makes sense.
Then let's have Mirage thwart for 2 off the main, if you would. She takes 1 consequential. I'll thwart for 1 more off the main as well, since my ATK is just 1 right now. I really wish I had 1 more resource, but I do not. So I think that is it for me. All right. End of the player phase. Radium up. Drop to hand size. I will hold on to both of those. 2, 3.
I love that card.
All right, I like that. Okay, first thing we do is we're going to put 4 on the main scheme. All right. And Magog's going to attempt to attack you, but he's stunned. Pop. So just pop that off. Now he's going to attack me at 1.
Yeah. Closer to the discard anyways.
Yep. I'll take it undefended unless you would like to block, but I think we're probably better off just having you keep swinging.
Sure.
All right, so 1 attack to no defense, +2. I take 3 damage, and he's going to get 1 more ratings counter. 2, 3. All right, so I'm a little bit hurt here. And some encounter cards.
All right, what do we got? Attached to Magog. He gains Retaliate and Retaliate 1 and Stalwart. Force response after his hit points are reset. Place 1 rating counter on the challengers and discard the card.
Yep, that's his other attachment. Ooh, Retaliate 1. That's brutal. All right, and I got an assault. That's bad news. So he's going to be attacking me. I can throw Mirage under the bus. He's only swinging for 1, so there's a chance he doesn't kill me, but I think there's enough of a chance that he does that somebody should block. Yep. So should I chump with Mirage, or would you like to block for me?
I mean, I can take the hit for you.
Okay.
The chat wants us to remind you, Josh, too, that your claws allow you to pay for an attack event by depleting your health.
Yeah.
That's a thing.
I did that last round.
Oh, you did? Okay.
I did. Yeah, it was good. It was good. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. That was how I did my, which one was it? Not the warrior. It was out of my way. That's what it was.
Sweet.
So yeah, and then I healed it back up. That's why I'm back to full health.
Got it.
Okay.
So you're defending?
So yeah, I'll take it for you.
All right. So just +1. So 1, and his 1 attack is 2. No damage. Yay. No counter. Super good. It. Well done, sir. All right.
This would be my prep.
I will take the first player marker. And we're back to the player phase. All right. Let's see here. Let's I should probably flip down and get some recovery this turn. We're at 7 out of 12 on the Mojoseum, which if it hits its cap, that's not the end of the world.
Is that 1 per player is what it triggers over here?
It'll give him 2 per player,
2 per player.
ratings counters.
Okay.
But we've got a nice lead, so that's not the worst thing. Let's all right, let's spend 2 resources on X Mansion. So that gives us an alter ego ability to exhaust it and heal any, is it any mutant or X-Man?
Yep.
So that's super nice. You can use it to heal allies or your hero. Do you need the X-Jet this turn?
The extra, let's see.
So it's worth a resource.
I don't need it. If you would rather use it for something, I do have one that I'm going to want to play in a bit.
The only reason I would use it would be to hold on to a card I would want to play next turn. But if you can play something better this turn, I can still play out my.
Nah, just do it. Just
all
do
right.
it. Use it up.
Actually, you know what? It's going to be all yours because I'm going to play Forge, spending these 2 cards, and his response is after he enters play, search my deck or discard pile for a support with the X-Men or X-Force trait.
Right. Oh,
so
sweet.
I will grab this Utopia that I just discarded back into my hand that I wanted to hold on to. All right.
That works.
Let's see. Let's change the weather. Or do we want to change the weather?
Yeah, having the bonus attack doesn't really help.
Yeah, not going to help you.
Not with that, at least.
And I'm only going to be able to do it once, so whatever we have is going to be what we're going into the villain phase with. I could switch to Clear Skies, which just lets me draw a card, and gives everybody Stalwart, which we don't really care about if we're not planning on stunning. Do you have anything that's going to stun or confuse over there?
Nope.
All right, so let's do that. I will switch back into Clear Skies, which gives everybody Stalwart and draws me a card.
Now you might have a resource to pay for a card.
Do I want to take a chance? So I just drew to me my X-Men, which lets me search the top 5 of my deck for an X-Men ally. However, 3 of the 5 X-Men in my deck are already in play or in my discard pile, so I think my odds of hitting one are probably not good enough to risk it. So I'd rather hold on to the card I would use as a resource. So let's have Storm. No, I think. Yeah, I'll have Storm punch for the Retaliate. Yeah, it's fine. I'll take the Retaliate. So I'll punch for 2. Take a Retaliate of 1, dropping me to 3. Mirage is going to take 2 more off of the main, and because of my Uncanny X-Men, she has an additional hit point, so that won't defeat her. Similarly, we'll have Forge take 1 off of the main. I will flip to my Alter Ego, and I could use the X-Mansion on me, or I could use it on one of my allies. I think I'd rather use it on Mirage to keep her healthy. Her 2 thwart is pretty big for this team.
Yes, it's very helpful right now.
Oh, you know what? If I use the X-Jet, I can get down another support. So would the X-Jet help you or no?
It would let me get a few more damage, but I can wait to do that.
All right, I will use the X-Jet and the resource I drew to play Utopia, which has a response after an X-Men ally enters play. We exhaust Utopia to ready an X-Men character, which is super good.
Yeah.
All right, that is me.
All right. Well, I was really hoping that we'd get a minion before using this, but it's too good to not just use it right now. So first, I'm going to get my Adamantium Skeleton.
Nice.
I'll pay for that. 2 resources there, so I get plus 4 hit points immediately.
Immediately, yeah.
I love that. And plus 1 to my attack, my ATK value. And then I am going to take 3 damage using Wolverine's Claws to play Lunging Strike.
Nice.
So I deal 8 damage. If I use the claws, I get overkill. Obviously, that's not helping right now.
All right, so 18 down to 10. You will take 1 retaliate 1 from Magog.
I'm fine with it.
That's fine.
I love it. And yeah, that's gonna be it for me because I don't get to do my basic attack as I'm already sleepy.
Ready up and draw. 3, 4, 5, 6.
That's good.
All right, we're getting 4 on the main. And Magog is going to scheme against me with his whopping 1. So he's going to scheme for 1 and 0, 1 threat.
Yes.
1 massive threat. That brings us to 9 out of 12. All right, now he's swinging at you, so he's 2 plus his boost card. Would you like to defend, or you want to take it undefended?
I want to do more next turn.
All right, undefended, plus 1, 3 damage to ya, and he does get 1 token on the champion, so that brings him to
chuckling
4.
about over there. It's enough from the peanut gallery.
All right, and we deal some encounter cards.
Okay.
Mine is the Cultist,
Hey!
which gains Quick Strike, but I'm an alter ego, so haha, nothing for you. So the Cultist has an ability that after it activates against you, you search the encounter deck and discard pile for the Kraken and put it into play engaged with you. But since he's not activating right now, we can kill him before he gets a chance to release the Kraken.
Oh, boy. All right. Ooh. Pump up the crowd.
Pump up the crowd.
Pump up the crowd.
All right, what do we get?
All right. So when revealed, if the champion is on its cheering crowd side, which it's not, place an additional threat. When defeated, place 1 per player rating counters on the challengers, and that has 2 boosts.
All right, so that's got 4 threat per player, total of 8, and it's going to be adding 2 additional threat to the main scheme every round until we get rid of it.
Sweet.
All right, so I've got a nice little cultist for you to murderate.
I would like to do that. How much health? 4
Just
health
4.
on that?
Yep. Measly little 4.
All right. Well, then here comes the fun stuff. I'm going to spend my 2 from my strength for my Berserker Barrage. This time I actually get to do it. So I will deal the first 4 damage there,
Murder.
which I'm actually at 5. Whatever. I'm going to take 2 damage, bringing me down to 5. And then I'm going to deal 5 into Magog.
You're not using your ATK. So
Oh, nope, I lied. I'm dealing 4.
Just 4
I'm a liar.
down to 6.
Okay.
Did you heal at the start of the phase?
I did not, thank you.
Yeah. All right.
All right,
8.
and then I am going to, I don't quite have. Not going to be able to do either of those, but I am going to slice and dice, exhausting my claws, taking 3 damage, and dealing 3 damage to an enemy, followed by 3 damage to an enemy.
All right.
So.
Oh, so let's see. So for the first
I would've-
attack, you take 1 retaliate.
Yep. Second one, I take 1.
And this is 2 attacks, but you will kill him on the 3rd attack, so,
So
you
I won't take that.
retaliate.
I'm down
there.
to 2.
It's fine. It's
So
fine.
I might want to flip and recover
All
this
right.
round.
So he's going back up to 20. We're getting 3, 4 per player
seems
ratings counters. So
is-
that's another 8. Plus these 2 brings us to 10. Don't have enough of these counters. All right, so okay. All right, so we're now over 10. So We flip the challengers to its other side.
All right. So on the other side, okay, we've got a forced response. Do you know what it does on this side, or should I read it?
Yeah, go ahead and read it.
Okay.
Go ahead and read it.
Okay, so tag team, forced response. After the challenger flips to this side, search the encounter deck and discard pile for surprise contender and put it into a play engaged with the first player. It's already in play, give it a tough status card.
All right, so
All right.
we're getting a surprise contender.
Surprise contender. Oh, wow.
Coming from out of nowhere.
With 7 health per player.
Yes.
Great. Great. Wonderful. All right.
All right.
And then
So we are sitting at 15 out of the 20 that we need.
Okay, that seems good.
And the surprise contender is going to give us 4. That's not quite enough. If we cleared Pump Up the Crowd, that gives us 2. Or if we... So we have 2 options, really. We can take out both the contender and Pump Up the Crowd, which would get us over 20. Or we could just kill Magog one more time. That would get us over 20.
Right. So with what I have going on right now and my my threshold for damage at this point, I got to flip. Right?
Yeah.
So I'm not going to be much help in either of those yet, and I don't know what I'll be drawing. So,
Do you want to take a swing at somebody before you flip down, or do you want to be able to recover this turn?
kind of wanted to recover this turn so that I could maybe go ham next turn, depending on what I draw.
Okay, that's fair.
If I'm on the other side, he's going to scheme. That would put us at 2 more, which is not enough to pop that, but he might boost.
It is worth noting that the surprise contender has villainous, so the surprise contender also gets a boost card.
So should I thwart before I flip?
If the main scheme completes, we only get 2 per player, so 4 on the champion.
Still won't trigger
That
it.
will only bring it up to 8 out of 20, so
All right,
I think we
I'm
can
gonna
let
recover.
that happen.
I'm going to do it. Oh, recover 6? That feels good.
So nice, so nice.
All right. I'm done.
All
That's
right.
neat.
Can I finish the game?
You know what? If you could right now, I would be so
Let's see,
impressed.
Let's see. I do have a good amount of damage in hand. All right. Let's... Do I recover? Here's the math portion of the game. So 20 damage will win the game, or 14 plus 8 threat removal. I think the 20 damage is probably easier. Yeah. So I can do 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. If I change that, 13, 14, 15. So close. So close. I don't think I can pull it off, though.
Heck. If I realized you could have done that much, I would have stayed on the other side. We could have done it.
Did you have more damage?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, we're doing good for time. Maybe we'll play one more
We'll do
round,
another
to
round.
see a little
Yep.
bit more of the encounter deck. We don't want to make Magog feel too bad about getting trounced, so... All right, let's... I will recover, play it a little bit safe here. Flip to hero. I will... What do I want to do first? Let's use my weather control ability to put the thunderstorm support into play and deal 2 damage to an enemy.
Okay.
Oh, maybe I can kill him. All right. You know what? I think I can if I don't recover.
Rewind.
All right, so I did not recover.
I didn't see you recover.
So I'm at 3.
Man, now I feel lame.
Each character is +1 ATK. I will swing at Magog for 3. 2, 3. Mirage will swing for 2, taking a consequential. Forge swings for 2, taking a consequential.
Oh, that's just when they're attacking a minion, and they're both at +1 because of your. Right,
Because of
+1
the
health.
thunderstorm, yep.
Well, the +1 health.
And +1
right?
health, yep.
Jeez.
Then I will spend 3 for a lightning bolt. Josh, do you know what happens to a villain when it is struck by lightning?
The same thing that happens to everything else.
Exactly.
Yes.
All right. So I'm dealing 8 damage to Magog, bringing him down to 3.
Jeez.
If Thunderstorm is in play, resolve its special ability, bringing him down to 1.
Oh my god.
Am I going to be 1 damage short?
Oh man, I should not have recovered.
It's fine. That's fine. Can I kill him? If I switch back to Clear Skies, maybe I can draw something that deals damage. I don't have any damage in hand. All right, so I'm going to play Weather Goddess. Change the weather again to Clear Skies. Each character gains Stalwart, and I get to draw a card. No,
And
I
no.
did not get anything.
If I
that
had
deals
known you would have
damage
had
here.
such a big turn, I could have just attacked.
It's fine. Oh, before one of us can use the alter ego action on the mansion for a heal. So why don't you take a heal there?
Like recover?
Yeah, we're one heal, 1 damage.
Oh, just heal 1.
Yes.
Okay.
And then I will play Endurance, which will give me some extra hit points to make sure I don't die before we can finish him off. Oh, you know what I could have done? I could have switched to the one that gives us Retaliate, but given that we've already
fair,
played it, it's
fair.
fine. It's fine. We'll give Magog 1 chance to finish us before
He's only got
we
one shot.
punch him in the face one last time. All right, I think we're done.
All right.
Readying up. I'm going to hold on to this card. 2, 3, 4, 5.
I don't even need these cards.
All right, so we are getting 4, 5, 6 on the main scheme, plus the 9 there. That's going to make it tip over. So we remove all threats, and we're going to put 2 per player ratings counters. We're going to have to use something else.
yeah,
All right, we'll exchange these for some threat tokens. And so he gets another 4, bringing him to 8 out of 20. That's nothing. All right, now we're getting activations. So he's going to scheme on you for 1 plus 0, so 1 threat.
Okay.
And the surprise contender is scheming for 1 plus 0 for 1 threat. Magog is going to attack me. I will spend a resource to play Flash Freeze. When the villain attacks me, the villain and each minion engaged with me gets -3 ATK while attacking you this phase.
Jeez.
So he's currently a -1. I could defend just to make sure. Yeah, I'll see if I can make sure he doesn't get a ratings counter here. So +2, that brings him to 1. My
you
defense is
defended for
1.
1.
No damage taken,
Nice.
no ratings for you. And some encounter cards.
Alrighty, let's see what we got here. The Kraken.
Oh my!
Okay.
It gets
after it
quick strike, but
activates.
you're an alter ego, man.
Yeah, timing. After it activates, each other character takes 1 damage.
Oh, if we could get him to attack, he would kill Magog for us.
That would be really fun.
All right, and my encounter card is a vampire who will quick strike me. Wow. So his attacks are no. So he's just got 2 attack and some abilities. So after he attacks and damages a character, he's going to heal all damage. If no damage was healed, he's going to get tough. 2 damage, so I'll let him suck my blood for 2, and then he becomes tough. 'Cause it don't matter.
Nope.
All right.
All right, you can
This
have it.
comes over
Finish
to
us
me.
off.
And what's the most fun way to win here? Do you have any big attacks in hand that you want to smash?
I mean, no. If you can finish it, you might as well finish it. Like,
The Heroic Forge is going to attack for 1.
good job,
And
Forge.
take down Magog, bringing us to 22 ratings counters on the challengers and giving us the victory.
Sweet. All right. I did not know that was going to go that
Magog.
fast.
That was a quick one. Yep.
Yes, we blew that out of the water. You know why, though? Because Caleb wasn't here.
Mm-hmm.
If Caleb had been here, it would have been a terrible, terrible situation for everybody. We love you, Caleb. We're sorry you're homesick. Cool. So, yes, this was the first scenario. I mean, you can play them however you want, but in the mini campaign, first scenario,
Yep. First
super
to
fun.
3. Yep.
I love the fact that horror was chosen, and we finally got to see some of these horror cards come out. Other than that one,
Yeah, unfortunately, they showed up too late to make a big impact.
right. But it's still cool because it just gave us a little taste of what you can get by just throwing in the different situations we might be
Yep.
in, and what Mojo's trying to get people hyped about.
Yep,
So,
there are 6 different modular sets, each based on a different genre of television. So this was the minion heavy one. There's actually only another minion heavy one, the sci-fi. There's one that's all about obligations. There's one that's all about side schemes. Lots of different variety in the modular sets there.
nice, and being able to just swap them out every time you play gives you a new experience every
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
So that's exciting. Cool. Well, we did have one thing that I wanted to talk about before we call it and say goodbye to everybody.
Oh,
So-
before you split, can you show the Kraken? Can you show
Oh,
the
yeah. We'll show the Kraken, and do we want to show the Vampire as well?
Sure.
So we'll do a close-up of these.
Sorry to cut you off.
Oh, no, that's fair. That's fair. I knew the game was almost over, so I didn't even think, hey, let's put up more cards, right? And then the Vampire. Vampire's just 6 health, not 6 per player, or 7 per player, which is bananas. Just throw in another villain, why don't we? So, yeah, those are a couple of those horror cards. Again, more to be seen, but yeah. So, as I was starting to say before I was so rudely interrupted, now that we have finally announced Gambit, the second to last of the hero packs that we are announcing, I feel it's time to let everybody know that there will be an organized play kit for this set specifically. So the reason that we haven't really talked about it yet is because we haven't announced all the heroes, and we want to make sure that the kit can come out with content from everything. And we don't want to have people receive the kit and then, see what's coming without our announcements. So we may or may not, after working with the people back there, start announcing things earlier so that we can start releasing OP kits closer to, the big box release. But yeah, so there will be an OP kit for this after the final hero pack does come out. So watch our socials for that when it comes to timing and whatnot. We're very excited for it, and we hope that you will be too. And thanks, as always. Every time you join, it's a blast, Tony.
Yeah,
So thanks for
great
being
fun.
here.
I'm
And-
super excited for this one to be out in the world. This was my first Marvel Champions design, the Mojo Scenario Pack,
Nice.
and so I'm really excited to see what everybody thinks.
That's awesome. Well, I thought it was fun. So hopefully they do as well. I'm sure that they will. But great. So thank you. Thank you all for joining us, and we will catch you on the next one. Bye. Oh my gosh. Sweet. Good. I was struggling real bad through that whole thing. Yeah, I mean, we really